All right, so today I want to answer the question, should you invest a lot of time in your hobbies? And the reason why I want to talk about this is because today I had nine-man tryouts, which is basically a different form of volleyball, and I'm trying out for a team. And it's been a while that I haven't played volleyball. So it really felt good going back into things and like I'm someone who's very competitive, so I love being in a very competitive environment. Like it is a bit stressful for me, but I definitely thrive when I am being competitive. And obviously, I love the sport as well, so it was really fun just going in, seeing a lot of friends as well that I don't see as often because I haven't been playing as often. So just overall, it really felt good to just be in that environment and play again. But usually, when I come back into volleyball, it's like once is not enough. Like I always want to become better. And again, like I'm very competitive and I don't like being bad. And I feel like again, it's been a while that I haven't played. So definitely it was like my first time in I think I played twice overall in the past 2 months, which is like very, very low. Like I used to play 3, 4 times a week. But once I get back into it, like I want to go push myself even further so that I become better and get back to where I was, and obviously even push myself to become even better than I was before. Um, but at the same time, I had this thought, which was like, oh, like, but if I come back to volleyball and I want to become better, that means I'm going to spend 3 to 4 times a week playing volleyball. And that also means that that's going to be less time for me to create content or to like be better, be a better trader in crypto and also like work. So like I'm going to have to manage all of that on top of playing 3, 4 times a week in volleyball. And that's where the question popped up where it was like a debate of like, should I even pursue volleyball? Like, is it even worth it to pursue this? Because volleyball is just a hobby. You know, like I'm not going to do anything with volleyball. I'm not going to try and become a volleyball professional. I'm not going to make money out of this. So why am I pursuing this? And it was interesting because I know deep down that the true answer is, of course, I should be doing this because like it's something that I love doing. And, like money or success or whatever is not everything. But I want to try and break it down and see like why I truly believe that I should be doing this. And I think the reality is that, or it's something that I've been trying to do more of in the past few months or years, is trying to listen to my body a lot. And I know that's kind of woo because it's like, what does listening to your body mean? But I think it's really just like, I feel that it's very easy to get caught into what you're supposed to be doing versus like what you truly want to do. And even growing up, like, you're gonna have your parents that are going to influence you, you're going to have your friends that are going to influence you, you have like society as a whole that is influencing you as well. And I think a lot of times people are feel forced to do something just because they think that that's what they should be doing because like, they have an influence from like their parents, or environment. Like obviously growing up as an Asian kid, it was like, oh, I have to be like a doctor, a dentist, or a pharmacist or something like that. Or like society tells you that it's super important to go to school and graduate university and have your 9 to 5 and like grow the corporate ladder. Like those are like the two things that I feel that pretty much everyone that goes through the education system kind of like gets some way or another. And it's really hard to break out of it afterwards because you're like in that wheel. And especially if you're in the education system, until 18, like that's been drilled into your head for like pretty much your whole life. So it's very hard to get away from it. And even like now, I feel that again, that saying of like uh, you're the whatever is your 5 friends closest to you. You are what are your 5 friends that are closest to you. And I think like because we are all on the internet so much, it's not really the 5 friends that are closest to you. It's more of like we are like the five like people that we follow the most instead. So the people that follow you the most probably have the most influence on you. And I think like again, if I'm following a lot of people on crypto Twitter and like on tech Twitter, then like a lot of my influences come from them, which means that like And to me, that's like almost constantly, builders, crypto traders, entrepreneurs, and stuff like that. So I start to believe that, like, if I'm not working on my personal project, if I'm not trying to make $1 million today by trading a meme coin, then I'm doing something wrong. um, and I think it's good to like almost peel back from that and try to see what you truly want. And I know that what I truly want is to make sure that I am able to play sports. Like, I know that playing sports is something that brings me a lot of happiness and like fulfillment as well. And again, like, I am someone who's very competitive, and it's one way for me to first de-stress, just have fun. And yeah, like, I think it is a medium for me to be competitive in that is outside of work or outside of like crypto or whatever. So I think that's why I truly think that it is important for me to pursue this hobby, and I don't think it is for everyone. Um, but if you are having fun, I think it is worth it. Like, I don't think that you should only be doing um, things that have to be productive, right? And like, I think it's like, let's say volleyball is something that I do, and other people, they decide to like run, for example, and stuff like that. So I definitely think that like it's very good to have something that is outside of work and outside of like your side projects, for example, just for you to like just mentally detach. And it comes back to, again, what I was saying yesterday with like how to avoid burnout. I do think that volleyball is something that is important, because if not, that means like if you don't have an outlet or some sort, you're just going to be on constantly. Like, if you're not working, then that means you're working on your creative projects, or you're going to work on your side projects. So I think like that's also another way for you to detach, and that's why I think it's important. So yeah, it was an interesting question, because like I had that debate today in my head, and this video here, I'm just trying to elaborate a bit more on my decision and reflections, I guess, and this debate that I had in my head. So hopefully you learned something from it, and if not, then well, maybe the next video you will. All right, so that's it. Peace.